Bendy Chapter 4. Yes, you heard it right. In today's video, we're going to be talking about everything Bendy the Machine Chapter 4. Basically, I'm going to be doing a recap of everything that we know, from release dates, possible release dates, to gameplay, to all the secrets that the Meatly has leaked, because the Meatly has said a lot of questionable things on Twitter that could definitely be considered something for Chapter 4. I don't see really any YouTubers talking about Bendy the Machine Chapter 4, so that's why I've been spamming it a bit lately, because I want to make sure that you guys are constantly updated, because I know no one else is doing it. Most people are talking about the Bendy the Machine Hello Neighbor collab. I made a video about it yesterday, but I will be doing a follow-up video about that, but I want to make sure I focus on stuff that other people are not focused on. Stay tuned. Before I start the video, I want to let you know I'm having a shout-out competition where I will give your channel a full shout-out in the video. All you need to do is be subscribed, make sure you have your bell notifications on, and make sure that you also leave a like on the video and drop down a comment basically saying, hey, I want to get a shout-out, and I will be checking out all of your channels down below, and I will be giving one of them a shout out in the next video. So that's right, guys. If you want a shout out in the next video, all you gotta do is be subscribed, because I do check who's subscribed. Hit the bell notifications, those are extra important. Leave a like on today's video. Leaving a like is free. It takes a millisecond of your time. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes on this video. That will be incredible if we do. I'm not totally sure if we will, but if we do, that'd be awesome. And then drop a comment down below. The more like constructive your comment is, if it's like a question, if it's like a deep and thoughtful question, if you just comment, can I have a shout out? You still have a pretty good chance of getting a shout out. But I do enjoy the comments where I can actually have a conversation with you guys. And you can also put in the bottom, can I have a shout out? And that will kind of intrigue me more to give you a shout out. So content is king. Also, lately, I just like to thank you for all the support. It's gonna be a little bit rambly, but in the last 4 days, I think. So, plus 80 subs, no, last 5 days. Plus 80 subs Saturday, plus 100 something subs Sunday, I think 115. Monday, it was plus like 60. Then it was plus 100 on Tuesday. And then now it's currently at over plus 100 new subscribers. I just like to put this into perspective that over the summer, I would get a little bit over 100 subscribers per month. Not even close to that per week, nothing close to per day. And the fact that I'm getting what I get in July in an entire day? The entire month of July in a day is this honestly incredible, and like the support and like the comments I've been seeing on the videos, like some of them have just been like give me a shout out, but the other ones have been like really constructive and really brought a really cool community together, and I just like to thank you for that as well, because it's been really cool. Some people have been asking for where's your 3K video. I'm so close to 4K, I'm gonna wait for that, and depending on my growth, I might even wait for 5K, which if you don't know, 5K was the year-end goal, and looks like we're on track to reach that before the end of the year, which is incredible. If our growth completely curves, I understand, but if we keep going at the rate we're going, I don't even know what to say at this point. I would just be blown away. So today, guys, we're going to be reading your theories. Yes, your theories. I'm going to go around, pick out a couple comments, I'm going to read them, I'm going to discuss them, I'm going to be talking about how they relate to Chapter 4. And just other interesting things. A lot of these comments are going to be coming from the Halloween theory video I did, where I wanted to talk about more about the Halloween trailer. I'll be doing a follow-up video on that, but I wanted to highlight a few right now. This theory right here by Shyla Hansen, shout out to Shyla, is basically talking about how in the beginning we thought Alice and Bendy were the main enemies, where it actually looks like through the cartoons that Boris and Bendy are enemies. And it's interesting because Boris is the one. It looks like Bendy at first just came, because if you didn't see the cartoon, check out my last video, which was yesterday. In the cartoon, it seemed like Bendy went up just to get candy. It didn't seem like they were in any much of a fighting spirit, but at the same time, it looked like Bendy was trying to eventually scare Boris because Boris was asleep. One weird thing was, I don't know why Bendy got in a ghost costume if he knew that Boris was asleep. As well, highlighted in another theory, which I'll get to later, It's Boris teleports really quickly, which could get into a Boris teleportation theory. Make sure to drop your theories down below because they might appear in a video later on. This I actually thought was quite an interesting theory by SpaceMaster630, shout out to him. He says, I'm guessing that it gives a hint that Bendy might be afraid of Boris because in their cartoons, Bendy kind of gets pranked by him. P.S. Can I have a shout out? Yes, and here's the shout out to you. I think it's kind of interesting that Bendy would be afraid of Boris because we don't actually see any interaction between Boris and Bendy, like during the entire Chapter 3, Chapter 2, Chapter 1. We don't really see an interaction with them. The only time we see them interacting is in these little cartoons that we see. And it seems like Bendy seems to be the smaller one. Bendy seems to be the one who's afraid of Boris. So maybe this will be vital in playing Chapter 4 and maybe even Chapter 5. So thank you, Space Master, for the insight. The final theory that I want to talk about right now, and I will probably be recapping some of these theories in a later video, is basically at this timestamp, you can go back to my other video. I know cartoon logic and all, but how did Boris go from sleeping fully to awake and scaring Bendy in a span of a few seconds? Could that be a hint that there's a fact more than Boris? Which is actually quite interesting because I know the cartoon logic, but at the same time, the amount of time that it took Boris, it could just be filed under cartoon logic, and the Meat League probably whipped this kind of together. Not quickly, but you know, I don't think they paid super close attention to detail, because quite a few people also just said, nah, this is a little Halloween, this is just a little bit of a Halloween short, and it's nothing more than that. Oh, before I forgot, shout out to Jessica. She got the shout in the last video, but she had a good comment, so, I know it's all like cartoon logic, but it really does kind of show like the powers that Boris does have. Because when Boris is helping you in Chapter 3, he does a few quirky things, and Boris is going to play a pretty major role in Chapter 4, we know that. So it's pretty important to be looking at all the times the Meat League hints us at Boris. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Just thank you guys so much for the support. Leave your comments and theories down below because I love to use them in videos. It actually sometimes takes a little bit of stress off of me. It also gives you a shout out. Can we hit 50 beautiful likes in today's video? And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. And Pug Nation, stay strong.